Final week of the Mid-American Conference regular season, and the Redhawks are riding a wave of momentum. Maria Fontana-Rosa's Redhawks buttoned up the Zips as Courtney Osborne hit an early career milestone. And on the ice, a convincing sweep at the Sioux puts a positive wrap on the regular season. All that and more coming up next on Miami Magazine.
Welcome to Miami Magazine on the Miami Sports Network from IMG College on ONN. Presented by Dickerson Distributing and Anheuser-Busch. Bringing you Bud Light. G&J Pepsi-Cola Bottler of Hamilton. Bringing you Pepsi. Butler County Visitors Bureau. Online at DestinationButlerCounty.com. And Koenig Equipment. Nothing runs like a deer. And now your host, Tim Bray.
Final weekend of the Mid-American Conference regular season, and Miami is poised for MAC Madness. Welcome to Miami Magazine. In this edition, we're going to talk men's and women's basketball and also hockey as they get ready for their second season. I'm Tim Bray, and let's focus in on men's basketball first. And head coach Charlie Coles has joined us here in studio as the Redhawks come off a big win last Saturday, Coach. And when you think about Bowling Green and winning 84-77, maybe down the stretch that was the most important victory.
Probably was. And as I went into the game on Saturday, and I emphasize I because I don't know how the players and our coaches felt. I just felt like whatever it took, we probably had to win that game. Mm-hmm. And I had a feeling it wasn't going to be pretty. Which it wasn't.
It's true. It's true.
And but we're very grateful that we did win. We know Bowling Green has a lot of fight in them, and they certainly had a lot of fight on Saturday. And as I told some of their players after the game, boy, that don't you guys keep playing because you're a pretty good ball club.
When you think about that game, you had two players with double-doubles, but Orlando Williams comes up with 26 points and blows away his career high so far. What did he mean to the big picture of that ball game?
Oh, he meant everything because, to be honest, Orlando hadn't played well in the previous two games. Mm-hmm. And when a player doesn't play well, especially late in the year, you don't know what to do about it as a coach, or I don't, because it's late in the year. You certainly don't want to criticize, but you certainly, if you don't have anything good to talk about, then that it makes it awkward. And I don't think I said anything to Orlando going into the Bowling Green game at all, because I just felt like that he was smart enough to figure out what hadn't been going right for him.
Right.
And it turned out where he had a great game. And you always like to see that from your players for a couple reasons. Number one, it gets them back on track. And number two, it serves as a lesson for the rest of your guys. Mm-hmm. That if they go through a slump, that, hey, this is waiting on you if you have patience. So we were pleased with his performance on Saturday.
Sports writer told me after Saturday's game, he said that there are no blowouts in this league. I mean, there is so much parity in this league. Don't even think about a blowout. Do you get that sense that anybody can beat anybody on any given time? And as we look towards the tournament, that's going to be apparent.
That's what makes the Mid-American Conference so much fun in my mind as a coach, is that when you enter every game in our conference, there's something new to worry about. With Bowling Green, it's their good 2-3 zone. Mm-hmm. It's their ball screen offense. If you're playing Kent, it's their energy. If you're playing Akron, it's their precision on offense. So, coaching in this league is a lot of fun because it just keeps you busy and it challenges you every game.
And you got Ohio University coming up on Friday night, a rare Friday night game, and you talk about a different kind of ball club. Do you expect 3 overtimes on Friday?
Well, let me say this. The same ball club they had last year, they play, now they're missing Bassett, but they play better away than they do at home. They've lost 8 home games this year.
Wow.
And I think 4 in the conference. So we know coming into Friday that this team is going to be just as good at Millette as they were at the Convo. So in order to beat this ball club, we're probably going to have to play a better game than we played in Athens.
And then you've got championship right there if it can all come together. Okay, Coach, well, we appreciate your coming in all season long. This is our final show of the year. Thank you so much, and good luck in the tournament and hopefully the NCAA.
Well, we hope so, and thanks so much for another good year, Tim.
Thank you.
I appreciated being on the program.
All right, that is head coach Charlie Coles. Stay with us. More Miami Magazine on the way.
Among guys, Budweiser has become a kind of currency. Helping a friend move gets you a 6-pack. Up 3 flights? That's more. Dog sitting for the weekend? Well, that depends on the dog. Riding in the middle seat has its own benefits. The last wing is worth 1. The celery's worthless. Flying blind into a double date for your buddy earns you a case. Though, on occasion, you may owe him. So pay up with the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
Awesome again.
Oh my God, this is really good.
That's why your parties are the best.
You should do this for a living.
He's right. You've always been like the best cook.
Ever thought of going to Le Cordon Bleu?
Seriously, you should.
Yeah, you could train with all those experienced chef instructors.
Yeah.
You're an artist. Go work with other
You
artists.
should call the Cordon Bleu today.
Call right now.
Yeah. Call them.
Seriously.
Do it.
You know you want to.
If you call, you get a complimentary career guide.
Call the Cordon Bleu campus at 1-800-664-0438. 1-800-664-0438.
Pepsi Max, please. Good song.
Great song.
So, Pepsi Max has 0 calories, huh?
Yep.
How many calories?
0.
0?
0.
What are you doing?
YouTube.
Oh.
Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
Let's check the chart with Tim Bray. Presented by McCullough Hyde Memorial Hospital. A tradition of caring, a new vision of health.
Welcome back to Miami Magazine. I'm Tim Bray as we look towards Miami women's basketball now, as the Redhawks had a big win against the Akron Zips last Saturday. Regular season play over. Now they look towards the Mid-American Conference Tournament. And head coach Maria Fantana-Rosa has joined us. And coach, you look back on Saturday and certainly an important win over Akron. You sweep the series against the Zips. How did you look at that game?
Well, the pink elephant of the losing streak, Tim, we addressed it, but at the same time it was a relief more than anything. But we've been focusing with this team all year about one possession, one practice, one game at a time, and to continue to stay focused not on the rearview mirror of what has happened, but where we're going and how we can get better each day. And the win definitely will keep our confidence up.
Yeah, and now as you look towards the Mid-American Conference Tournament, it's kind of like a clean slate. Okay, this team has been improving since Central Michigan. There's no question about that. You got the win against Akron. Now you can look towards the tournament with an opportunity staring you in the face.
Yes, definitely. And that's where we want this young team to continue to focus. We've been in every game. We do feel like we're getting better. We could show them on film how much our defense has improved, or our rebounding, or our spacing in our offense. But when you get a win and you get more momentum going and confidence continuing to build, it's a good time for us to continue to get better, not only for the tournament, but for the future of this team.
The Akron Zips last Saturday and Courtney Osborne hit a milestone as she reached 1,000 points for her career, and no other sophomore has ever done that in Miami women's basketball history. And the way she did it, I don't think she'll ever forget.
No, and I joked when she came out after it was the end of a shot clock, and the clock was at 1 second when she looked to take a three. The girl went to block it. She stepped through and hit a deep three-point shot, and to put her at the 1,000 perfectly, I think it was. And
that's right,
you know, everybody cheered and they put the 1,000-point signs up. But really exciting for her to hit it that quick and know that she's still leading our team in assists. So she has the unselfish part of her game, and to already have 1,000 points in her career is just a great a tribute to her, just her character as an overall player, but definitely to her as an offensive scoring threat.
Yeah, let's talk about it as it relates to the program. You have built a tremendous program over your career here, but how important is it to see this young team develop so quickly? I mean, a Courtney Osborne, a Kirsten Olowinski, that has really helped out, I would think, in the grand scope of things.
It does, Tim, and it'll help our recruiting as well, because we could talk about the past, we could talk about Miami history, the top 10 scorers in our history, the top 15 scorers in our history, and the majority of them now have played in this system. And that's exciting because the players that we recruit like the up-tempo. They like that we shoot a lot of threes. Kirsten Olowinski, you mentioned her, you know, she'll be an eventual 1,000-point scorer, and maybe she'll match it with rebounds. You know, we can only hope. But players like that are that can play in BCS conferences and choose to come to Miami to be part of the system still can accomplish things individually, but that's only a small part of what they're going to accomplish as far as a team. And those two aren't the only players on my current roster that can hit that milestone.
Yeah, Maggie Boyer can be right there as well.
She
no
can.
question
Hannah
about it.
Robertson's turned the corner now, and that's exciting. But even when Courtney hit it, and as I said, I subbed her out, I let her get congratulated by her teammates, and then I looked at her and I said, no 1,000-point ball should have a loss on it. And she said, that's the plan. And, you know, and then we go on to beat Akron, and that'll be what she'll have on her mantle all the time now, 1,000 points, but a win against Akron.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Mid-American Conference Tournament, handicap it a little bit. Toledo, Bowling Green, Central, I mean, and then who knows after that, right?
Right, Kent, Eastern. But the nice thing is that when you talk about the top two or you talk about the bottom two, everyone's been in every game. We've been upsetting each other. And the parity right now, our top five might be a little bit better than our bottom seven, but on any given night, anything can happen. And that's exciting because we've had up to 4 teams in the top 100 RPI throughout the whole year. At one time we had 6. Now, you know, Toledo's recent loss is going to bump them out of the top 50, but we still have the possibility of having 2 NCAA teams this year.
All right, well, good luck to you at the Mid-American Conference Tournament.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, that is head coach Maria Fantana-Rosa. Stay with us. More on the way on Miami Magazine.
I'm Eric, and this is my Miami experience. When a faculty member takes interest in me, it feels incredible, actually. Miami's reputation has always been to excel, and Miami has taken myself to the next level.
Miami universities are amongst the most inquisitive students I've ever experienced. They think outside the box, they think of new ideas.
As a freshman, I applied for a University Research Award, which I got, so I'm studying bladder development in mice. And I work both with the mice themselves and with mouse stem cells, which allow us kind of more control over the genes that we're working with.
One of the most amazing projects is the marketing capstone, and that was in London, and that was the most challenging 6 weeks of my life. I'm on the synchronized skating team here at Miami, and it's really neat to see that every individual contributes such a unique characteristic to the whole team.
A world of experiences. The Miami Experience. Miami University.
Welcome back to Miami Magazine. Hockey still to come in our next segment with head coach Enrico Blasi. They've got a bye in the CCHA tournament this week, and we'll talk to him about the road to the Joe. Right now, it's Miami Sports Calendar and Miami All Access, and it's with Cindy Bird from Oxford's Kroger's and Miami's cheerleading coach. Brought to you by Kroger.
This is Miami All Access, presented by Kroger. Kroger, the exclusive marketplace of the Miami Redhawks. This is Miami All Access. I'm Steve Baker, and today we're back at Oxford's Kroger talking with Cindy Burge, who is the bakery manager here at Oxford's Kroger, but she is also the head cheerleading coach at Miami University. And on this Miami All Access, Cindy, welcome in. Glad to have you with us here. Tell us, first of all, about the dual role, because I know you've been here at Oxford's Kroger for a long time, and you've been the cheerleading coach at Miami for a long time. It's a great tie for you, right?
Yes, it is. It's great because everything ties in together. Not only is it strong with the Oxford community, also with the Miami community. So you get to know people and you get to help them out with their orders or what they need. This is a multi-purpose store. It's great since we've had the new remodel.
Yeah, and that's taken place over the last year. You've seen a lot of changes in your years with Kroger, not only in the company, but obviously here in the store. And one of the benchmarks for Kroger is their involvement in the community. And I know the cheerleaders like to get involved in the community as well. Tell us about some of the ways that you get involved.
Well, how we get involved in the community, a lot of times the kids come in here and they bag groceries and stuff. I must say that our store manager, Ed Begley, is involved with senior citizens, the community, Miami. Everything you could be involved with, he's involved with. So the cheerleaders do different things at different schools, different, communities, senior citizens here at the store. Any way they can get involved with anybody that needs help with anything, they're involved with that.
One of the things that we've done over the last year here on the Miami Sports Network is we have brought Hawk Talk out here to Oxford's Kroger, and I know the cheerleaders have come out, and the bakery's gotten involved because we've always had great food out there. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has. It's been great. And the cheerleaders, whenever there's an opportunity like that, if something's come up, we attend the event and just give our support to whatever is going on at the time.
Tell us about the cheerleading team, because obviously they are at every game, men's, women's basketball, football, just about everywhere. Tell us about some of your most exciting experiences as cheerleading coach with your cheerleaders.
Well, the most exciting thing is first of all, they're great kids. I don't think people realize how hard they work. The season starts in August and we're done in May. So it's the entire year, as well as conditioning off season. Last year I had cancer, so during that time it was very, very shaky. And my kids pulled together and stayed tight as a team. And they're very functional on their own. They're very independent and they're very organized. So, and they gave a lot of support to me, and it was the greatest that I could feel. I mean, it was just something that warmed my heart. So they're great kids. They go on, they all get successful jobs. They're very successful. They with their community service work and all their socialization with different groups, they know everybody in town, so that's great.
Mm-hmm. Now, as you might expect, 2 jobs, and Cindy's a very busy person. Last night, as we're recording this, Miami basketball, cheerleaders on the floor, and this morning we're here at Oxford's Kroger, and you've already put in a lot of time here getting things ready for the bakery this morning, right?
Right, that's exactly right. So sometimes it's going to be some 20-hour days, but it's worth it. The end result is successful human beings, great friends, great alumni. A lot of alumni, they're great also, and so are my workers here. So.
Well, Cindy, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Cindy Burge, the bakery manager here at Oxford's Kroger. Next time you stop by Oxford's Kroger, make sure you stop by the bakery and say hello. That's this Miami All Access. I'm Steve Baker. Thank you for watching Miami All Access, presented by the exclusive marketplace of the Red Hawks, Kroger. For digital coupons and more, check out Kroger.com. Welcome to the City Barbecue Sports Update. For your next event or tailgate party, serve authentic Hickory Smoked Barbecue. City Barbecue offers full-service catering or delivery and setup for groups of 25 to 5,000. Choose from pulled pork, beef brisket, ribs, and our homemade sides. Call City Barbecue Catering at 513-490-2506 or visit citybbq.com.
So how you liking the taste of that Diet Mountain Dew?
It's great. Unexpected. In fact, since I've been drinking it, I went and got this. Wow.
I know what you mean. Since I tasted it, I went
I got this.
Taste of Diet Mountain Dew's a powerful thing. Diet tastes better on the mountain.
You don't have to be a world-class athlete to receive world-class care. Wellington Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, the Tri-State's most trusted orthopedic practice for more than 30 years, featuring specialty care in sports medicine and comprehensive orthopedic needs. Plus, 3 after-hours walk-in clinics to fit your busy schedule. Wellington Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, with 7 convenient locations to serve you.
It's understood that if you get up to get a Budweiser, you come back with a round. How you carry that round is a matter of personal preference. There's the six-pack Strangler, the St. Bernard, the Flock of Geese, the Marsupial, the Sherpa, the Claw, even the more advanced Labrador Retriever. But we always come back with the beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
Hi, I'm Tom Brenneman for CBTS. Does your technology room look like this? If so, it could put your business at risk. Make CBTS your data center provider of choice. By locating your technology in one of CBTS's premier facilities, you gain a secure environment with power and network. For an affordable monthly fee, start protecting your business today. Call 513-841-6800. CBTS, data centers for business.
Now it's time for the game plan, delivered by CBTS, Technology Solutions for Business.
So glad you're with us on Miami Magazine. Now it's time to talk hockey with head coach Enrico Blasi. The Redhawks have a bye this week in the CCHA tournament, which begins on Friday night. Last week they wrapped up the regular season by sweeping Lake Superior State up at the Sioux. 8-1 on Friday night, 4-1 on Saturday night, 12 goals in the series. How would you assess Friday and Saturday night, Coach?
Well, I thought we played very well Friday night. It seemed that we were a step above or a step in front of Lake Superior all night long, and I thought our guys did a real good job, and we kept forcing them to make a lot of mistakes. And I thought Saturday was pretty even game. We executed very well when we had to, and it was a battle that we expected for the weekend. But good way to finish the regular season, and long bus ride home, a little bit shorter with a couple of wins under your belt.
Yeah, 9 consecutive wins, a 9-game unbeaten streak. That's the longest of the season. Seemed like Friday night you came out with a purpose. I mean, you jumped all over them in the first period, and 8 different Redhawks had multi-point scoring nights. I mean, that to me is teamwork.
Well, we're playing, pretty well as of late, and everybody seems to be buying into what we're trying to do, and guys are playing well and executing and holding themselves accountable for their actions on the ice. So it's been a good stretch of 9 games, and hopefully we can continue it into the tournament.
Were you concerned that you didn't leave enough goals out there for Saturday night? You score 8. I mean, that's a lot.
Well, it's just, when they're there, it's not like you're not going to score.
Sure.
So, we have a potent offensive team, and they're when they're clicking, it's fun to watch.
All right, big time momentum here for this team. Let's talk a little bit about that. Coaches talk about it all the time. Now you got a week off. How do you sustain the momentum?
Well, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I thought our guys did a very good job of staying on top of the things that we were working on during our bye week, and obviously it was evident last weekend in the way we played. So it's fresh in our minds. We're going to change the schedule up a little bit just to mess them up a little bit in their minds, but still with some rest and some guys that are banged up and get ready for a huge playoff series against whoever our opponent will be, and we'll find that out this weekend.
No question about that. Let's talk too about your two Hobie Baker candidates. You got GotMealy.com out there, and then for Carter Camper, it's a YouTube video. So you're doing all the right things, getting the word out.
Well, GotMealy.com's already launched, and it's a great website. Michael Wiseman, our sports information director, did a great job with the help of, I'm sure, a lot of people in the office. And it's important that everybody gets out there and checks it out and votes online, and hopefully the Hobie Baker Committee will do their part as well. Carter's, right now the video is just on YouTube, but his website will be out here shortly, and hopefully both those guys will be recognized.
Since this is our final show of the season, you got an awful lot of experience on this team. How do you capture that experience into championship quality games and victories?
Well, I can only tell you that the last month everybody's pretty much written us off, and we were heading into a critical part of our schedule with Michigan, Western Michigan, Notre Dame, and then finishing up with Lake State. And I think the guys have answered that question very well, going unbeaten in the last 9 and heading into the most fun time of the year where every game is intense, and it's a lot of fun when you're clicking on the same page. And I think our guys are doing that right now. This is probably the first time in a long time that we've actually had a streak going into the CCHA tournament, so hopefully that's a good sign.
All right, well, certainly good luck in the CCHA and then the NCAA after that.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, that is head coach Enrico Blasi of Miami Hockey, and that's going to do it for our Miami Magazine shows for the year, as this is our final edition. We thank you for watching, and for all of us here in Oxford, including Craig Rouse and Steve Baker. Craig, engineering, producing, and directing his final show for us today. Thanks for watching, and so long from Oxford.
This has been Miami Magazine, presented by Dickerson Distributing and Anheuser-Busch, bringing you Bud Light, G&J Pepsi-Cola bottler of Hamilton, bringing you Pepsi, Butler County Visitors Bureau, online at destinationbutlercounty.com, and Koenig Equipment. Nothing runs like a deer. Miami Magazine is a presentation of the Miami Sports Network from IMG College.